Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea&Art. I hope you all are well. So let's start today's video. So today we are making a frog and I'm adding a lot of elements into this frog. So let's start. Starting off, I will be using these fantasy butterflies that I bought from. They are so pretty, so I thought why not add them to the frog and create something really different today. So I will be selecting quite few of these. So they come in different sizes. I'm just checking which one fits. So I think this one fits perfectly. So after adding the butterfly, I will be filling it with resin. So you can add resin layer before, but you make sure to add a very thin layer because this layer is going to be extra thin. This is just meant for holding the butterfly inside the mold. So these are basically stickers, but I did not remove the sticky side from the sticker here because anyways it's going to be encased into the resin. So after adding the butterfly and resin, I'm adding this pigment. This is a green interference pigment by Lightwish. So I really love these pigments. They are really beautiful. So I'm adding a little bit drops of this pigment into the resin, and just with the help of this stick, I'm moving the color into the resin just to add a hint of that effect. So after that, I will be adding some aura film. This is just cellophane paper, you can say, or aura film or fantasy paper, whatever you like. I'm just adding it. So this is going to be a really fun fantasy sort of frog. So I'm adding this fantasy film into different spaces. So making this frog is really stress-free and easy. So I will leave this layer to cure and I will see you next day. So this is the next day and my first layer is cured now, and I added bunch of butterfly more. So you can see there is another butterfly, smaller one. So for the legs of the frog, I will be adding another butterfly. So I'm going to cut this one since I'm using the wings. So I'm really super excited how this will turn out because these butterflies has a sort of holographic effect on them. So this is going to be really interesting. So with the help of the tweezers, I'm just setting up the wing. And the other wing is into the other leg. And now I will be pouring some more resin onto this. So now I added some more resin and then I added a little bit of more stickers into the mold. And after this, I will leave this layer to cure and I will see you next day. So this is the next day and two layers are already done. You can see that the butterflies are in space now. So what I will be doing is it's time to add some glitter, and for glitter I will be using this UV resin by Lightwish. This is a hard viscosity resin or high viscosity resin. So I will be mixing this glitter into the resin here, and then I will be adding some more layers into this frog. So this is going to be really interesting. So first glitter is mixed now into a little bit of UV resin, and the reason is that I want them to be cured really fast as I'm putting these in patches. And you can say this is a bit of geode style, but not completely geode, but I am putting this and I will be curing it in different places just to create that effect. So the green is done now, and onto the other glitter, and I'm doing the same here. Added a little bit of UV resin into this container and the glitter, and now I'm mixing it and I will be pouring it randomly into different places. Added the resin and now it's under the UV lamp as I really wanted to cure, so in this way it don't mix up. So the third layer is going to be this copper mica, and it's by Pearlux. I will be doing the same, mixing it into the UV resin, and then I will be adding this into different spaces. So here you can see that I'm doing that. So this is really a fun technique where you add a little bit of your glitter or pigment into the UV resin and just pour it and then cure it instantly, so that place get the effect instead of just mixing up everything, or you have to wait for your epoxy resin to cure. So for smaller spaces or adding veneers or geode lines, this is a perfect helpful tip. So here you can see that I'm adding it into different places. And after that, it went under the UV resin, and now it's cured now. And now it's time to do the other layers. So this frog is getting interesting as more I am working on it. So there were some empty spaces. Now I am using Let's Resin Chameleon flakes here. So this is going to be just like a frog that you have to put everything inside and then see the results. I think so. It's looking like this. So I'm just rubbing it with my finger gloves because in this way I think so that the chameleon flakes do work, or you can use a brush. But I'm doing this, so it's really up to you. So I'm just filling up the random places with these flakes. And after doing that, it's time to do the final layer. And for my final layer, I will be mixing up some bunch of colors. For starting off, I used a bit of acrylic inks, yellow and green. Then I didn't like the color. So after that, I used another shade of green that I will be showing you. So I didn't like this yellow. Then I added the green. And you will see that the green changed it into a muddy sort of color, and I really didn't like that. I was thinking that I'm going to get a bright green shade here, but instead this was not what I was going for. So then I took this shade of the Resonate color, and sadly Resonate company did shut down, and it is really sad because their color and pigments were so amazing. So I will be using this pigment into the resin now. So this is the shade of the green that I got. Still I am a bit confused, but then let's see. I'm going to experiment now because it is not looking so bad. It is looking like an actual frog color here, and this is such an experimental frog, and I just went with the simple stickers, and then so much I added later on. Now I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. So here we go. I'm going to pour the resin now. So this is the final layer, fingers crossed, filling it up, and I will leave this to cure, and I will see you next day. So this is the next day. It's going to be the demolding day, and let's see how this frog turns out. So I'm going to demold this really carefully as I don't want to break any feet of this frog here. But again, I'm super excited to see how this turns out. So out of the mold, I get some extra resin, and I'm just removing that. So it's time to see how it looks like. So 1, 2, and 3. Oh my god, it turned out to be so amazing. I just love the butterflies, and that hint of that green color is giving such a beautiful look. And this is such a lovely frog, and it came out as I was thinking, more than I expected actually, because a lot of things that I added were afterwards. I just went with the flow here. So something happened here, and you can see that there are some empty spaces where the resin didn't reach, and I got some air pockets, and you can see that it is empty. So I have a hack for you, and the hack is that I'm going to use a clear UV resin clay, and I will show you how I'm using it. So this is the UV clay, and I'm going to take a little bit out of the container, and I will be filling this with the empty spaces that I got. So this is such a good hack. If you have some spaces like this, you can use this UV resin clay, and then you can cure it under the UV lamp. So I will be putting this clay onto the areas where I have the issue. So later on you will see the result that it do get transparent. And if you feel that it's a bit sticky, just use a little bit, a hint of Vaseline or any silicone oil on your gloves. Just a little bit, not too much. So here you can see that I'm filling up the space. So you can't only just make stuff with this. You can use this for filling up your spaces that where you get the air bubbles. And later on, with the help of a brush, I just settled it up, and this is how it looks. It's looking like after going under the UV lamp. So I filled up this space also As you can see, it was empty. Then this space, I'm just showing you the spaces that I filled with the UV resin clay, and this place here, and then this place here. So now it's going under the UV lamp just for the final time, so everything gets cured. And after that, it's time to do the eyes. So I will be using this black acrylic paint. I do have the eyes, I'm just showing you, but today I decided that I will not be going with that, since the black color on a animal just seems to be as a cute. So I just mainly I use a black color, but later on I will be adding these eyes on some other frogs if you want me to see that. So I will be just taking a little bit of the color out of the tube, and I will be making the eyes now. And then I will be applying a little bit of UV resin onto those eyes, cure it under the UV lamp, so we get that shiny effect. So another thing is that you can paint the eyes of the frog also. So this is the final step, and now we will see that how the final look of the frog looks like. So this is the final look of the frog. It was already so lovely and cute. Actually, this mold is so lovely and you can do so much with this frog. I have made few of these frogs and I will link that videos in my description or above here, so you can see the different style of frogs I have made. But this one is my favorite. So actually every frog that I made becomes my favorite. So I really can't complain about that. So this is for today, and I hope you liked it, and if you did, please do let me know in comments. And if you like me to make any style of frog, do let me know in comments. I am up for that. So take good care of yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video, and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.